Welcome to yet another episode of the Beer News. My name is Andy. I'm the guy behind the beer guide, and I'm doing beer news. Basically, I'm going to tell you what's going on in Alberta beer for the week. Lots of exciting things. St. Patrick's Day is upon us. If you're like the Cabin in Edmonton, not to be confused with the Cabin Brewery in Calgary, the Cabin in Edmonton, their marquee, their little pub, says, "We heard you like St. Patrick's Day. We heard you like St. Patrick's Day a lot, so why not 4?" And they're doing a party Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, which is insane. But I'm okay with that. If more people drink stouts, I like that. If it's Guinness, I am a big Guinness fan when it's poured properly and poured like taken care of, clean lines, fresh kegs, poured properly. A lot of people don't do that. And if it's Alberta beer, it's even better. So that's what I say. What's up, Colossal Cravings in the house. Saw you the other day. Anyway, so shout out to the big Guinness that everyone will be drinking in Paddy's Day, or stouts at least, while this glass does not look clean. Well, we're in for a treat. Anyway, I meant to go buy some stout. I realized I'm out of stout, and then I had a busy day, and now I realized we're drinking a double IPA. So shout out to Manuel Labor. I know we featured their beer last week. They're up and coming. They're great. I really enjoyed their beer last time. Angie, their sales rep, is wonderful. So full disclosure, this can was gifted to me. If it's terrible, I just won't say anything about it. But if it's delicious, I will tell you. So anyway, let's start off this St. Patrick's Day Eve of the weekend of St. Patrick's Day. We're really stretching this one. Apparently I can't pour a beer either. Anyway, let's get into the beer news, shall we? What's up, everybody? What's up, Far? Far, if you got news, send it to me. New beers. That's what I'm covering. Anyway, I've got some exclusive news today from a brewery that hasn't been announced. I got a few other announcements that haven't been posted yet, so it's catching on. Let's cover Edmonton, Calgary, and then the rest of Alberta. Let's dive into it. We'll have it a little tighter and quicker than last week. All right, Analog has a new beer called World Record Stout. It's obviously a reference to Guinness, which has the Guinness Book of World Records. This is a new nitro beer on tap in time for St. Patrick's Day. It is only on at the tap room. They only have 100 liters of it, so basically 2 50-liter kegs. I bet it's great. Arcadia, if you've heard their big rebrand, they're shifting their focus from pints for profits to pints for people. So starting on April 1st, all of their profits will be directly reinvested into the community. And they have a few like membership options as well that you can purchase at this time. Anyway, I poured my beer terribly in my filthy Guinness glass. Pay attention when you're out drinking beers. If you've got really big bubbles, your glass is dirty. I pulled this out of my cupboard, but maybe I was lazy in washing that one. Who knows? But anyway, cheers. Shout out to Manuel Labor. Sure Park, double IPA. Let's go. Damn. That's a good beer. That's a tasty lick. Oh, cheers, Ryan Huska, co-owner of Dug Island Brewing. What else we got in beer news? Bellinskona has a new beer. Actually, they got a bunch of new beers. They're finally brewing their own beers, and they have their beers in cans. Have you noticed what's on my TV screen? What the hell is going on? I just put on music, and then I just let it ride, and things happen. And anyway, it's like a dude in his suit covering his face in clay and painting himself. I don't know. It's cool music, though. Bellinskona has a bunch of beers. They are brewing their own beer now, and they're canning it. The newest one they featured is Skona Ruby, which is a smooth red ale. It's the embodiment of secrecy and subversion with roasted malts and smooth notes of caramel and espresso. This is the season, right? You head into St. Patrick's Day, you wear some green, you don't get pinched. You drink stout, you drink red. Green beer, if it's lazy, if you're just putting dye into it, get creative. You'll see. We've got some news in here for it. Blind Enthusiasm has a new beer called Homage to the Old Ones. We announced this last week. They're doing a tasting experience today. You buy a ticket, you get to talk with the nerds and figure out all about that. This beer officially launches next week on the 21st. Campio has a new beer called Strawberry Bruin, which is a barrel-aged sour brown ale. It's their version of a Belgian Oud Bruin. If you've heard of that before, basically, it's a sour brown ale. Well, they added a strawberry twist. So, classic brown ale. This was rested in repurposed wine barrels for a year with a selection of souring bacteria and wild yeast. After 6 months, they added some local strawberries in the mix. This beer is tart and complex with hints of caramel and chocolate with a jammy strawberry undertone. That sounds pretty good. They say try it out with their new baked brie with raspberry and cranberry compote, walnuts, and hot honey. Yum. More St. Paddy's Day stuff. The Growlery is releasing a dry Irish stout on Friday, March 15th. They'll have more details on their page right away, but that was kind of the inside scoop. Irrational has a new beer, which is an Oak Midwest IPA at 7%. What the hell is a Midwest IPA? It's basically, I don't know, it's made up. They use local malt from Hogarth malt. By the way, if you hear any breweries using Hogarth malt, it's like a sign of, it's like restaurants who like, oh yeah, we get this directly from our farmer who specializes in blah, blah, blah. Like it's that kind of level. I think it is a mark of brewers who really know what they're doing and they really appreciate the details of getting malt to do exactly what they want to do. Anyway, enough of the nerd stuff. Hogarth malt to build up a robust malt backbone and still allow the hops to be in the forefront. So it's not a hop bomb. It's more balanced than the new school IPAs. They just take notes from each coast, hence the term a Midwest IPA, a flyover state IPA. It's fermented with an English ale yeast. It's hazy. You'll get notes of rich malt, pine, and grapefruit. That sounds great. I want that. I want all that. Anyway, what are you drinking today, friends? Artistic IPA. Oh, Wild Rose Brewery in the house. Hello. I haven't seen y'all in a minute. Omen. Omen is celebrating. They're going to have a post for this soon. The short to the point is Super Amigos, amazing tacos by Chef Victor Hugo grew up in Mexico, pardon me. He'll be on site all weekend with Super Amigos tacos. I know last time we were there, they're doing burritos. Omen will have live music on Sunday from 3 to 9, and they're bringing back Puka, which is their dry Irish stout. Go say hi to your resident Irish bartender, Aiden. He's an absolute gem. Polyrhythm is celebrating their first birthday this Friday, March 15th. They will have free birthday cake while it lasts. They'll have a cask tapped at noon. And they'll have a new beer release. They'll have live music at 6 and 7:30 on the Saturday. They'll have St. Paddy's Day trivia in the evening. On the actual St. Paddy's Day on the Sunday, they'll have a cask at noon and $5 pints of the 808 Irish Red and the Bodleian Irish Stout. Party time at Polyrhythm. Slow Pour, your favorite brewer's favorite bar. They are known for pouring a mean pilly, just like they do out of the Czech Republic. They will be pouring Guinness on Friday, March 15th until she's gone. And why I'm excited for this is because, like I said, if you have, it kind of dissipated now. This shows you this is a good beer. Look at that lacing. If you have really big, uneven bubbles in your glass, it means your glass is dirty. I was going to show you because my glass was actually dirty. Slow Pour cares about glassware, serving temperature, pouring, foam, technique, the story behind where things come from. And they're pouring Guinness. And right now, I imagine the Slow Pour one is amazing. And they might just move their way to the top. But right now, my top three, at least in the city of Edmonton, for pouring a pint of Guinness would be Three Vikings, it'd be Ashford House, and it'd be, what's my other one? Burns or Duggan's? Maybe go Duggan's. Which one? Best Guinness in the city?
Wherever I pour it.
And if people know how to pour Guinness, the taps are clean, the keg is fresh, and you pour it properly, you can get a good pint of Guinness anywhere. Some places don't do any of those things. So, slow pour, we'll have Guinness, I believe, Friday, until she's gone. And it should be a mean, creamy fucking pint. I got to do some reference videos for y'all if you don't understand that. Because I'm going to be doing that all weekend. All right, Trial and Ale at their taproom Lore. They're celebrating Pi Day. It's March 14th is Pi Day. Oh, what a great weekend. Pi Day and St. Patrick's Day. What are the odds? Choose your own 3.14 toppings on a New York pie for $40. The big New York style pie. Or $3.14 off of to-go orders. Beer Rev is doing a cask Friday at 5 o'clock. And that concludes Edmonton news. We'll still have a Calgary news 12 minutes after the hour. How y'all doing out there in internet land? What do we got? Best of Kin is doing a Belgian beer tap takeover this Saturday from 11 to 5. There's 20 different breweries involved. This looks amazing. Can an Edmonton brewery do this, please? I know Campio usually spearheads like the Lager Fest and the Sour Fest and the IPA Festival because Last Best was doing it. And now Best of Kin is doing it, which is cool. I don't know. I think there's an opportunity up in Edmonton. Belgian beer tap takeover or stout tap takeover. Oh my God. I'll be there. Bitter Sisters is doing live music on St. Paddy's Day at 2 o'clock. Now, here's the beer news exclusive. We sent this info from a fan who also owns a brewery. Boiling Ore has been in this game for 8 years, and they've never had a tap room. And they were just a production facility. They were also a contract brewer. They helped a few breweries get off the ground with their products. And they finally put up a sign a couple months ago, and I just thought, I didn't ask them. I'm just like, well, if you're putting up a sign, you're probably going to open a tap room. But they sent me a note. They said, hey, we haven't made a post yet, but let the people know on Beer News. We'll make a post eventually to get more details. But Boiling Ore is opening a tap room, and it's quick. The following Saturday, March 23rd, is the grand opening of the Boiling Ore tap room. Cool. So there you have it. You've heard it here first. There could be a soft launch sooner. Stay tuned to their Instagram. They will make a post. But yeah, they've been in the game for a long time, and if you know where they are, you can look up the info. It is online. You might have to dig a bit. But they're over by Big Rock and Brewster's, like the 52nd Street location. They're right over there, tucked in the, the southeast. Born Brewing has a new look on some of their cans. Pay attention to that. Plus, they got some new menu items in their brewery. They got burritos, yum, empanadas, chips and salsa, and then like rotating ciders and red and white wine. It's a brewery, but it's like, you know, you might be in a relationship or have friends who maybe don't drink beer or like, I don't want to go to a brewery. And you just grab them and you say, we're going to a brewery. There's wine for you and burritos now. And then everyone can be happy together. Bottle Screw Bills is celebrating St. Paddy's Day. They brewed their own. Okay, here's where I'm okay with green beer is if you actually make a beer that's green. I'm very okay with that. So green glitter beer. They made it. It looks amazing, and I want to drink it. My beef is like if someone's just like, hey, house lager, it's green, and they just put, what is it, blue? Yeah, blue food coloring into it, make it green. Some people just put green food coloring into it, and it makes it kind of bluey, and you're like, what? Anyway, Color Wheels, great school. Anyway, they'll have green glitter beer, they'll have their nitro stout, plus they'll have Irish stew in a bread bowl. So get it. And then I ate the bowl. There's a deep cut for you. Brewster's. I'm actually excited about this one. They've got two new seasonal beers, a German Pilsner, which I'm a big fan of. This is a modern take on the classic German Pilsner with Hallertau, Blanc, and Mandarina Bavarian hops. Yum. Noble hops. Great. Like grassy, bitey, delicious. But a German Pilsner is usually more balanced than a Czech. And then draft only for that one and draft only for this one. The return, St. Paddy's Day, they're bringing back the Lanigan's Irish Red Ale. If you didn't know, the Lanigan family are the ones that started Brewster's way back in the 90s. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Anyway, Lanigan's Irish Red Ales back on tap this Friday, March 15th. Yum. What's up, Beer Fest? You threw a hell of a show. That was a grand old time. Buffalo 9 is offering their mug club. If you're wondering where they'll be located, their taproom will be open this year in Killarney, Glengarry Hood. Kind of the Midwest Calgary. Is that a term? Midwest Calgary? South Central Calgary, but not that far south. Anywho, Blernbach. I can't speak. This double IPA is hitting me. Burn Block Social is now open, and they're celebrating Paddy's Day with green beer, $5 Jamies, and melon ball shots. Is that Midori? Cabin brings back Super Duper Saturation, which is their Imperial Hazy Pale Ale. We all love Super Sat. We all do. It's true. I had one just the other day. That was glorious. Super Duper Sat is more beautiful hazy goodness, more crackery malt complexity, and a whole lot more citrus and tropical hops. It's like being smashed in the face with ripe tropical fruit and sun-kissed citrus fruit. Yum. Go buy it. It's super duper. Cold Garden has a new beer called Buckya She-Berry Spritz. It's more of a drink, or is it a beer? It's bright, a little tart, citrus, and effervescent. And the good news about this is the Pink Boots beer. So proceeds from every pint go towards Pink Boots. And if you didn't know, Pink Boots provides scholarships to women and non-binary individuals in the fermented alcoholic beverage industry. Is to help them advance their careers through education. Fuck yeah. Also, back by popular demand, if you missed out on painting a birdhouse at Cold Garden last week, they're bringing it back for Monday, March 18th, when you're hungover after drinking too many green beers. Paint a birdhouse. Dandy has a new beer called Savior Stout. Oh, yum. Dry Irish Stout, 4.6%. Jet black brew glows red when light passes through it, like a garnet. Garnet? Anyway, I don't know how to say it, but it is a type of gemstone that looks dark, and when you shine light on it, it goes red. Garnet? I'm thinking Garnett because Kevin Garnett was like in the T-Wolves back in the day in the NBA. No, just me. All right. Clear and creamy head, tastes like roasted chocolate, very light licorice and caramel. Served on nitro for a creamier texture, just what we like. God damn, I want that right now. I love creamy nitro stouts. If you didn't know, I've written and performed and recorded 2 songs about stouts. 88 has a new format of beer. This is interesting. We saw Meta Brewing put out their 12-pack short cans of lager. We saw Sea Change do this last year with Death Wave. Huge skew. So now 88 is joining the train. Cassette light lagers, 4.8%, 12 times short cans of lager. Easy to carry, easy to drink, easy to share. I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. Good work, 88. Establishment has a new wild beer called Seasons in the Sun. That is a barrel-aged beer with apricots. So it's an apricot delight. It's juicy. They used 3 different base beers, blended them, and then re-fermented it on apricots. It's going to be gorgeous. Oh, what's that I'm drinking, you say? Artistic. Double IPA. Look at the little scientist. Isn't that cute? Like if you just get artistic or drink this enough, you become artistic. I don't know. Who knows? Let's find out. Evil Corp launches Toe the Line, which is a lime goza. Never really understood that phrase, so I'm glad they explained it. Like toe the line is an idiomatic expression meaning to conform to a rule or standard. With a tart lime aroma, a subtle touch of coriander, and sea salt, this beer is sure to conform to your high expectations of this beer style. That sounds great. I want that. Four Dogs Brewing is doing an industry night tonight, Thursday, March 14th from 7 till midnight. They'll have a live DJ. They'll have happy hour pricing for industry peeps. Last Best, we're talking about formats and changing styles. Last Best has a new format their Last Best IPA, which is typically only in short cans, is now available in 16-ounce cans. People want to drink 16 ounces of big-ass IPA, I guess. I like the short cans, but that's just me. New Level. Here's where you do St. Patrick's Day the right way. There's only one green beer this St. Patrick's Day. Green Demon Blue Raspberry Sour. They made the beer green. Go drink the green beer that's already green. You don't need to add food coloring to your beer. Just drink a green beer. Add what? Woodruff? Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, add Woodruff to Berliner Weiss. Let's go. That's what Red Heart's going to do. I guarantee it. Prairie Dog is doing green beer. Now, this is what I like. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Your choice of blue curacao dropped into a Kolsch, cold IPA, or one of their two sours. I'm okay with that. Blue curacao in like a pale beer. You get a green beer. Beautiful work, Prairie Dog. I love it. I might go buy some blue curacao. It's just triple sec, but blue, isn't it? I still have 2 bottles of triple sec. Maybe I won't buy a blue curacao, but smart. It's creative. Rail Yard is doing their Green Irish Rail Lager. So it's a different version of the lager, but they brewed it green, is my understanding. If I see bartenders doing the little droplets, ooh. Also, they have an Irish whiskey oaked stout. So they took their stout and aged it on Jim Beam bourbon soaked oak chips for 8 weeks. And that's pouring on nitro at the tap room. Yum. Stony Slope Brewing is turning 1 right away. They're doing a smorgasbord tasting dinner. This actually sounds super amazing. And if I were in Calgary, I would go to this. Basically 6 courses with a beer pairing on each course, plus a sleeve of your choice, $80. The food looks amazing. Like 6 courses. There's like pickled herring, there's charcuterie, there's a spiced ginger tomato soup with what is this autocorrect on here? Oh, it should be bacon. Cannon Gruyere toast. It's bacon. Bacon Gruyere toast, pickled beet spring salad, gravlax on rye, rosemary garlic meatballs with whipped mashed potatoes, honey, carrots, and pickled cabbage. Their food all looks amazing. Like, just go buy a ticket. 6 courses with pairings, $80. Come on, steal. Can't even get groceries for $80. Am I right? Village Brewery has a new beer. They put this out again, part of the Pink Boots hot blend, a passion fruit pale ale, 4.9%. Bunch of passion fruit, nice balance, sweet and sour, approachable hop profile. It's immersed in a smooth, unfiltered body. Yum. All right, Alberta-wide news at 24 minutes after the hour. I said it'd be quicker, but here we are. It's still running a half hour. God damn. 948 is celebrating their 4th birthday. Happy birthday, 948. That is happening on Saturday, March 16th. A lot of breweries open on the St. Patrick's Day weekend. They're like, we got to open and get that green money. The Canadian money dyed green. Anyway, Saturday, March 16th, huge celebration at the brewery starting at noon. Local food, live music, games, tours. They'll have 2 new beers. One is 1904 Hotel, which is a Belgian IPA. It's a new release as part of their Airdrie History series. It's dedicated to the old hotel that was opened in 1904 and torn down in 2008. Just couldn't make it to 105. Goddamn. This also intrigues me. They're launching Straight Flush, which is a quad IPA. What the fuck? Bitter and juicy, 10.2%, quadruple IPA. Why not? It's a birthday. Just drink 1 beer and just be gone. We showed it to Manual Labor. We're drinking their double IPA right now. Got some news from them. They're in Sherwood Park. Back in cans, Her Project, which is a rhubarb sour, their version of a Berliner Weiss. And a new release is Quantity Time. Not Quality Time. Quantity Time, Dark Pilsner. Like any good Pilsner, this dark treat has spent some quality time in a lagering tank, gaining a sharp yet refreshing mouthfeel. The use of dehulled midnight wheat malt adds roasted nutty flavor, and there's a mildly bitter astringency. They use traditional Pilsner hops, offering a heady aroma, and a spicy Saaz finish. If you drink if you drink Czech Pilsner, Saaz is the hop. Medium body is the perfect transition from winter into an optimistic springtime patio drinking. Yes, please. Have you seen the weather this weekend? Let's go. Anyway, that's available Friday, March 15th. And apparently it's already in some stores, but it is available at the taproom Friday. Red Heart turns 5. Congrats, Red Heart, on turning 5. The first 5 years are the toughest. Friday, March 15th, just outside of Red Deer, they'll have poutine from Cilantro and Chai. They'll have music from the Fallow Years. They'll have What's Up Peaches, Cask. They'll have a party all weekend. Lots and lots of stuff going on. Check their IG for a bunch of stuff, but their bar is basically like an Irish pub, so they're gonna have a good time this weekend. And let's end on that. I stole, I think Rail Yard put a quote in here. I could be wrong. Maybe someone else put it, but anyway. A nice Irish phrase for you. May you have all the happiness and luck that life can hold, and at the end of the rainbow, may you find a pot of gold. Slante. Oh, Colossal wants to say hi. Do you want to say hi real quick, Colossal? You better be drinking a beer, because if you're not drinking a beer, how do I do that? There he is. Yeah, he is.
Awesome running into you at the Alberta Beer Festival.
Absolutely, man. Good to see you. How are you?
Good. Drinking Owen Brewing Medieval Wheat.
Oh, Dunkelweizen. Yeah.
Alberta Beer Festival Oktoberfest from a few years ago. Mug.
Right, that is vintage. AV Beer Fest tuned in earlier. I think only 1 year they did that, hey, where they actually got the license to do full beers.
The greatest thing about this was let me drink some of this, right?
Oh yeah, you can't be on Beer News without drinking. That's
They had 2 options, an 8-ounce and a 16-ounce.
I remember that, yeah.
About this that I learned about that weekend was never over pour a 16-ounce, but you can always over pour an 8-ounce.
It's hacking the system, attaboy. That's awesome, man. Oh, and you're walking a Flatboy hoodie too.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know, one of the best burgers in the city is Flatboy Burgers. They operate out of a curling rink, Granite Curling Club.
107th Street, south of Saskatchewan Drive, north of White Avenue.
Yeah.
The reason why it has a 4.9 rating out of
1,000
600 plus reviews on Google. It's a no BS, good price smash burger.
Yeah. It's like a classic. There's nothing fancy about it. They'll teach you how to do it. They did it on Global News like a couple months ago. Like, you could make it at home, but when they do it, they just put it together the right way. And it's so good you could eat it for like 30 days in a row or something, eh? Didn't you completed? Yeah, you successfully completed their the Flatty diet in January.
In 30 days.
Goddamn, awesome, man.
It was day 1 was questionable. Day 2, I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. All right, man. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. You said you would, and you did. I appreciate it, man. You can see this goon. I don't know. He's around town. Follow him on Colossal Cravings. He's a good guy.
St. Patty's weekend.
Yeah. I'm gonna be drinking some beer, so we'll drink some stouts together. All right, man. Take care. To everyone else, cheers for Beer News. We'll see you next week, Thursday at 4:00. Ta-ta. Oh, hey, YouTube. I guess I forgot that I'm on Instagram and the person I'm chatting with wasn't available on YouTube. Awkward. Anyway, we'll catch you next week. Ta-da!